sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, let's get right into another deep dive. This time we're breaking down a GOAL.com match report.
Oh, yeah.
On, a match that Valencia probably wishes they could just erase from their memories.
Yeah.
Barcelona just absolutely destroyed them 7-1. And can you believe that?
It's a crazy scoreline.
Absolutely wild. And the report digs into how Barcelona managed this.
Right.
So we'll see what their tactics were, and gives a peek into how they might play for the rest of the season.
Yeah, looking at their form and how they've been performing.
Exactly. From the very first whistle.
Yeah.
It was like Barcelona was on a mission. Frenkie de Jong scores just 3 minutes in.
Wow.
Thanks to this amazing assist from Lamine Yamal, the youngster.
Oh, Yamal, yeah.
What do you think the energy was like on that pitch at that moment?
Oh, man, it must have been electric. Barcelona's fans going wild, and for Valencia, conceding so early in the game.
Right.
It's got to be just devastating.
Total momentum killer.
Definitely a blow to their morale, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Barcelona just, they didn't let up at all.
Kept their foot on the gas.
Exactly. And then just 5 minutes later.
No way.
Ferran Torres.
Oh, no, I remember this.
Yeah, he used to play for Valencia, right? Scores against his former team.
Ouch.
Talk about adding insult to injury.
It's got to hurt.
Yeah, 2 goals down within the first 8 minutes of the game.
What's Valencia supposed to do at that point? Did they even have time to, regroup?
I doubt it. Tactically, they were already on the back foot, Barcelona's intensity, their precision, pressing high.
They were all over them.
Yeah, forcing Valencia into these silly errors.
It was a clinic.
A masterclass in attacking football.
Yeah.
And to really drive home their dominance.
Okay, what happened?
Rafinha scores in the 14th minute.
Get out of here.
With an assist from Fermin Lopez. So it's 3-0 before Valencia can even catch their breath.
Okay, pause right there.
Sure.
We got to talk about Fermin Lopez.
Yeah.
This guy, not only did he assist Rafinha's goal.
I know, right?
But he scores 2 of his own in the first half.
Incredible.
This 21-year-old kid is not just playing around. He is a huge part of why Barcelona demolished Valencia.
He was a key player.
So who is this guy?
Well, he came up through Barcelona's La Masia Academy.
Ah, that explains it.
Which, it's legendary for producing world-class talent.
For sure.
And his performance in this match, clear indication of his potential and really showcases how strong Barcelona's youth development is.
Absolutely. And it's not just, scoring goals.
Right.
It's about his composure.
Yes.
His vision. And he's got a killer instinct when it comes to finishing.
Oh, absolutely clinical.
These are all signs that point to him becoming a regular in Barcelona's starting lineup.
I think so, too. Very soon, too.
I'm with you on that one. His first goal, he beats the offside trap and just slocks it past the keeper. Cool as a cucumber.
Just so smooth.
And then his second goal, Rafinha's shot, bounces off the bar, and Lopez is right there to pounce on the rebound.
Incredible awareness.
Like a shark smelling blood in the water.
Exactly. And that's what separates good players from great players.
You got it. It's not just about being able to score.
No.
It's about being in the right spot at the right time, reading the play.
Anticipating what's going to happen.
Lopez showed a maturity beyond his years.
Oh, yeah, way beyond.
And him coming up, this is huge for Barcelona.
Absolutely.
Adds depth, brings a different dimension to their attack.
Makes them even more dangerous.
Now, here's where things get really interesting for me. So Barcelona's going crazy on offense.
Right.
But Valencia does manage to sneak one in during the second half.
Yeah. Hugo Duro.
Do you think that goal changed the momentum at all?
It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
It's possible that it gave Valencia a little bit of a confidence boost.
Okay.
It would have been easy for them to just completely crumble under that pressure, but they fought back and scored.
Right.
So that shows some resilience. But then again,
Uh-oh.
it might have actually been a wake-up call for Barcelona.
Interesting.
Hey, don't get complacent. And maybe that's why they came back even stronger.
And then scored 2 more to shut the door completely.
Right, Click?
And guess who scored one of those goals?
Who?
Robert Lewandowski. Comes off the bench.
Yeah.
The report describes it as a superb goal.
He's just unbelievable.
It's like they were sending a message to Valencia, we're not messing around.
Yeah, we're going to keep scoring no matter what.
And then, as if things couldn't get any worse for Valencia,
What happened?
they score an own goal.
No way.
Yeah. Cesar Torrega in the final minutes.
Oh, that's rough. Just a really unfortunate end to their night.
So yeah, 7-1 Barcelona.
A statement win.
But there's more to it than just the score, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We saw how potent their attack is.
For sure.
We saw a potential star emerge in Fermin Lopez.
Definitely.
And even a glimpse of Valencia's fighting spirit, even though it wasn't enough.
Yeah, you got to give him credit for that.
Exactly. What's really interesting to me is how this match shows us how both teams approach the game tactically.
Right.
Barcelona's high pressing, their movement,
So fluid.
their finishing. It was all on display.
It was a clinic.
And for Valencia, yeah, the result was brutal, but you could see flashes of what they're capable of when they're on.
Definitely. There's potential there.
And that's what makes these deep dives so fascinating, right?
I think so.
It's not just about the final score.
No, not at all.
It's about understanding the little details.
Yeah, the nuances.
The tactical battles, how individuals perform.
Exactly. It all tells a story.
And it's a story that's far more complex and intriguing than just looking at the numbers.
For sure. There's always more to it than meets the eye.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right, so we set the stage, talked about the big moments.
Yeah.
Now, let's really get into the nitty-gritty.
Let's do it.
Break down the tactics and see what we can learn from this wild match.
Sounds good to me. It really was a tactical masterclass, you know, like a chess match on the pitch.
Yeah, Barcelona's manager must have spent hours studying Valencia
Oh, yeah.
because they exploited every weakness.
Absolutely. And the match report pointed out how Barcelona used the wide areas so well,
Yeah. I saw that.
creating chance after chance.
They were stretching Valencia's defense thin.
Exactly. Forcing them to make decisions and leaving gaps open for Barcelona to take advantage of.
And they had those speedy wingers, Rafinha and Fatih,
Oh, yeah, they were just tearing it up.
running right at the defenders, using their pace and skills to cause chaos.
Pure havoc. And with players like Lewandowski and Torres waiting in the box,
Just waiting to pounce.
those crosses were deadly.
Recipe for disaster for Valencia.
It seemed like everyone on Barcelona was just clicking.
Like they were all on the same wavelengths.
Yeah, perfectly in sync.
Each player knew their role, executing the game plan flawlessly.
That's what you get with a well-coached team.
You can tell they've been drilling these tactics,
Everyone moving in unison.
anticipating each other's runs.
Creating passing options all over the pitch.
It was a beautiful thing to watch.
Even if you weren't rooting for Barcelona, you had to admire their play.
But hey, let's give Valencia some credit.
Right.
They had their moments.
They did.
That goal from Hugo Duro showed they weren't going to lie down and take it.
What did you think of their overall performance?
I mean, they were obviously outmatched,
Yeah.
but they didn't give up.
No, they kept fighting.
That goal, it wasn't a fluke.
Right.
It was a well-executed play.
They showed they can create chances.
The problem was they spent most of the game defending.
Yeah, constantly under pressure.
Barcelona just wouldn't let up.
A relentless attack.
And this is where I found things really interesting.
Yeah, what's that?
So, Barcelona wins 7-1.
Right, a blowout.
But the report mentions some concerns about Barcelona's goalkeeper, Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen. Interesting.
Yeah, even in a dominant win like this, there were signs of weakness.
What kind of signs?
Well, GOAL.com pointed out a couple of instances where Ter Stegen's decision-making seemed a bit off.
Really?
Like he wasn't as sharp as usual.
Okay, but he wasn't directly at fault for Valencia's goal.
Right. No, not directly.
But they're saying he was a bit hesitant coming off his line.
Yeah, and his distribution wasn't great.
I wonder if this is something Barcelona fans should be worried about.
It's hard to say.
It's just one game, right?
He's been solid for years, but even the best players have their off days.
Absolutely. Everyone has a bad game now and then.
It'll be interesting to see how he performs in the next few matches.
Yeah, especially against tougher opponents.
I can't help but think back to that moment when Valencia scored.
You think Ter Stegen could have done better?
Maybe, maybe not.
It's tough to say.
Do you think his, slightly off performance contributed to that goal? Or am I reading too much into it?
It's possible, you know?
Yeah.
A more confident, decisive Ter Stegen might have handled the situation differently.
Right.
But at the end of the day, football is a team sport.
It's not just one guy's fault.
Exactly. It's rare that a goal happens because of a single player's mistake.
There are usually other factors involved.
Defensive errors.
Tactical mishaps.
Yeah.
So even when one team is clearly dominating, there are still these hidden stories playing out.
Yeah, little battles happening all over the pitch.
That's why analyzing football is so cool, right?
I love it.
It's like peeling back the layers of an onion.
More than just the goals and the score.
Exactly. It's about the tactics, the psychology of the players,
The individual brilliance.
the team effort, everything.
All of it comes together to create the final result.
You see the complexity, the beauty of the game.
Even in a match that at first glance, might seem predictable.
And this Barcelona-Valencia game is a perfect example.
Yeah, Barcelona won big.
But there were so many interesting moments.
Little glimpses of brilliance.
And, yeah, maybe some signs of vulnerability, too.
It adds another dimension to the story.
Exactly. So Barcelona, with this win, they move closer to Real Madrid at the top of the table.
Right, but as we've been talking about,
There are still those questions about their defense.
especially Ter Stegen's form.
Can they maintain this incredible attack?
Yeah, while also fixing those defensive issues.
What does this all mean for their title hopes?
Yeah, the big question.
It's going to be a fascinating race to the finish.
No doubt about it.
And this deep dive has given us, and hopefully our listeners,
Yeah, I hope so.
a lot to think about.
Definitely.
We started with a 7-1 scoreline,
Yeah, simple score.
but we've uncovered a much more nuanced and interesting story.
A lot more going on beneath the surface.
And that's what makes these deep dives so rewarding.
Absolutely. It's about exploring those hidden layers.
You got it. All right. So we've talked about tactics.
Yep.
Individual performances.
Right.
And even some potential weaknesses.
But now let's shift gears a bit.
I like where this is going.
Let's talk about the bigger picture.
Okay, I'm ready.
What are the implications of this match for the rest of the season?
Let's dive in. It's amazing how we started with just the score, 7-1,
Yeah.
and found so much to talk about.
It's like peeling back the layers, right?
Exactly. And that's what we love about doing these deep dives.
For sure, it's all about getting into the details.
And for our listeners, this match, it could be a turning point for Barcelona this season.
It really could.
I mean, they won big,
Huge win.
but we also saw some potential weaknesses.
Right, those defensive concerns, especially with Ter Stegen.
Yeah, so the question is,
Okay.
can they keep up this amazing attack
Which is what they're known for.
while also shoring up their defense?
It's a tough balance to strike.
It is.
A lot of top teams struggle with that.
How do you stay true to your attacking style?
Right, without leaving yourself vulnerable at the back.
And for Barcelona, it's even trickier because they're trying to catch Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, the title race is on.
They can't afford any slip-ups.
Every point matters at this stage.
And like we saw in this match, even when you dominate, there are still those moments where things can go wrong.
Yeah, those little vulnerabilities that other teams can exploit.
Barcelona's rivals are going to be studying this game,
Oh, for sure.
looking for any advantage they can get.
Absolutely, trying to figure out how to disrupt their flow.
So for you, our listener,
Yes, think about what we've discussed today.
Barcelona's incredible attack,
So much firepower.
the rise of Fermin Lopez,
The future is bright,
the tactical brilliance they showed against Valencia,
but also
but also those shaky moments on defense.
Ter Stegen's form is something to keep an eye on.
If Barcelona can find that balance between attack and defense,
They'll be a force to be reckoned with.
they will be.
But if those defensive issues continue to plague them,
It could be their downfall.
exactly. It's going to be a thrilling race to the finish line.
We'll be watching closely.
Every match from here on out is crucial.
Definitely. And if you want to dive even deeper into this match,
Yeah, check out the full match report.
head over to goal.com.
It's got everything you need
Detailed player ratings, tactical breakdowns.
and some great analysis.
It's a must-read for any football fan who wants to really understand the game.
Absolutely. Can't recommend it enough.
So that wraps up another deep dive.
Another one in the books.
We went from a simple 7-1 scoreline.
To a really in-depth discussion.
We talked about Barcelona's performance, their strengths, their weaknesses.
And what it all means moving forward.
It's been a blast breaking down this match with you,
Likewise. Always a pleasure.
and we hope you've enjoyed listening.
We'll see you next time.
Until then, keep exploring
Keep asking questions.
and keep diving deep.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a puppy dog. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.